This is my live stream of Division Survival Mode. I'm going to be running through it solo. I love Division Survival Mode. I love Survival Mode, period, because it really kind of gives me a great thrill to really kind of enjoy it. I've always really had a thing for survival games that really kind of put you in the most dire constituents and try to, kind of create some sort of dynamic to come back from, so I love that. I don't play survival mode with groups. I find it much more satisfying on my own. Two reasons for that. One being that, you have to really go about having a very kind of cooperative sharing feature for supplies and stuff. And also the other thing is that one person makes a lot less noise than 4 or 3 or 2. And one more thing, I'm going to be playing PvE. Sorry. Ugh. I'm not big on PvP survival. I just think that, if you're in a situation like that, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to sort of go about playing and trying to, off the people you were just riding in a helicopter with, 10 minutes ago. But that being said, I just think I like game modes that really kind of have a dynamic of bringing players together, not dividing them apart, you know what I mean? So what we're basically going to do is we're going to do survival, PvE. I've actually had some pretty amusing things happen to me today enjoying this. Largely the most biggest one being that we had a big problem with a glitch that just forced my helicopter to not appear at all, which was comical. I'm 5 minutes on the clock and I'm trying to get out of the dark zone and no helicopter. I even called it twice and it didn't come around, so, And then the other time was I actually ran into an extraction and whatever players were there were dead, because the next thing I'm doing, I'm fighting for my life against 3 hunters trying to come at me. So, if you've never played Division before, you'll see soon enough what I mean, because hunters are like Jason Voorhees meets G.I. Joe. So, and they are pretty fast and lethal. They have riot masks, and they try to kill you brutally with a hatchet. But enough of that. You pretty much probably want survival mode. Basically, is you're going into a mission to collect some vials of medicine that you need, and basically your helicopter crashes and you're left to your own devices to sort of make it out on your own. You have no weapons, you have no warm clothing, you have no food or water, and worst of all, you're severely injured and infected with sepsis, which is slowly but surely killing you. So in a nutshell, you have to survive a blizzard and try not to freeze to death, try not to get killed by enemies, and also try to get out of there in time before septic shock sets in and kills you. So it's a game that's right up my alley in terms of excitement. So, and I definitely get a great big deal of excitement playing survival mode. I'm sure if you've been here before, you've also checked out my video of Resident Evil Remake, playing through that on Real Survival. I love real survival games. I think they're just the hallmark of any real kind of extraordinary, exemplary game that really tests your wits in terms of being able to come above and beyond. So, but enough chit chat. We're gonna get started on survival now. So basically, we're just gonna open up Game Finder, and PvP. I don't have nothing against PvP. I like PvP. I actually just started really enjoying it a lot more, largely thanks to my friend Eli King Savage. You can follow him on YouTube. He's been a big help to me building my build and helping it put together. I'm big on hunting rogues, not going rogue, so don't get it twisted. But PvP and survival, it just doesn't make sense to me. You're trapped, you're injured, you're vulnerable. You would think you would have a dynamic of players being one to come together, as opposed to sort of turn on each other just to get out alive. But I don't get it. But PvE is where we're going. And as you can see, the multiplayer of the score multiplier differs by 0.20% difference. So you pretty much you could get more if you play it that way, but I'm not a backstabber, so I'm just gonna do it my way. So, but each their own. let's get started. And basically we're just going to wait for the queue to sort of pick up, and what it basically is just gathering players. And there's a total of 24 players that will join you in survival, and every one of them will have the same gear you have to start with, and basically have to make their way just as easily in the same way as you do. So there's no favoritism in this. It's basically just a matter of who's better at this than the other person. And depending on the situation, you're going to be dropped anywhere around this area when your helicopter crashes, anywhere within this area. And once your helicopter crashes, you have to get supplies, you have to get gear, you have to get guns, you have to get clothes, and make your way to the dark zone from this range all the way down. And you can either continue your mission and collect the virals that you're supposed to be getting, the medicine, or you can just call for extraction and get out of there. So, but it's entirely to the player's discretion. It's just simply a matter of you getting out alive. So, which is something we're going to be doing here very soon. And it's very fun. I mean, if you've ever played Division before, you'll pretty much know what's the deal. But if not, this would be a very fun mode for you to try, especially if you're the type of person who likes a good challenge with being in a bad state and trying to come back from it. And my guy, he just wants to wave hi, so what's up? So it's really not too bad. I like this game mode. There's other game modes if you play Division. I'm pretty sure you know them all. But if not, you pretty much have survival. You have underground, which is like a series of missions that take you through the sewers and in the subway system beneath Midtown Manhattan. Then you have the dark zone, which we all either love it or hate it. Is a PvP zone where players can fight each other. And then you have incursions, you have Last Stand, which, you know, you have so much in terms of game activity on this game, and I personally love this game. I think it's a hallmark of a great role-playing game. I understand through the tabloids that Division 2 is currently in production and going to be made soon. And presenters, you know, possibly will get a teaser or a trailer of some sort, which I already have pretty much petitioned my own little wish list of must-haves, if you will, for the Division 2's, you know, making, which will be pretty fun. But we'll see what happens. I certainly have great hopes that maybe they'll take some of their lessons they learned from the first game and they'll apply the context of it to the second. Some people would probably frown on, other ones not so much, but we'll see what happens, because let's be honest, we all want a good little gaming experience in some form or another. So, hey, what's the harm that can do, you know? So we'll see what happens. And this queue is taking a very long time, so there must be a thin capillary of players that aren't really in survival, or if they are, they're probably in a game already. So we'll see how much longer we can do this, and maybe we'll luck out and we'll get a good, solid setting. Ah, there we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Now, I don't skip through the cutscenes or anything because I like to enjoy my games, so if you guys get kind of cross about that, then I'm sorry. But some of us don't like to really kind of rush, run, go, go. That's not my style. I prefer to enjoy my game as much as I can, when I can, as I can. So,
We just got word that the experimental antivirals lost our dark zone has been located. There's no time to wait. You and a team need to go secure them right now, or someone else will.
Come on, move it! We don't have much time! We need to be in the air before the storm hits!
But we've got a storm coming in. They say it'll make Sandy look like a snowball fight. We're locking the base down for the duration, and Rhodes says...
Now, as you can see back there, he put on his little hazard suit, and he left all of his guns and his gear behind. Now, the only issue I have with that is, why would you leave your stuff behind? You're going to the dark zone. even
Just get there before the storm
seasoned players wouldn't just leave everything behind and go back about the business to go to the Dark Zone. Doesn't make sense. And there comes a crash. And as you can see, that all the players that are with you, for 24 players, there seems to be a lot of players fitting on that helicopter. But yeah, they pretty much all get scattered around the all around the city. And you're not the guy in yellow, but you can be. Basically, it's random. You get red, blue, black, whatever outfit you're wearing, you're pretty much stuck with. But that's the reason why you have to hurry. You're basically severely injured, and you're infected with sepsis. And in the lower right corner below your health bar, you'll see your timer. And when your timer reaches 0, you die and the game ends. So here we go. You'll have to excuse my noisy chair. It's a piece of trash. Alright. So it looks like we're in some sort of a gas station for taxis, or some sort of a garage. So right now we're just gonna grab these fabrics, which you can use fabrics to make clothes and gear. Me, I'd prefer to save as much as possible because we are pretty much all in the prominent state to sort of be in the stretch. Oh wow, 15 players. So already 9 players gave up. Wow, that is very surprising. That is very surprising. I figured players would have a little bit more grit to sort of stick it out rather than just give up like that and just quit. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to go that way. That's what I want to do. Priority 1, when you're starting the game out in survival, priority 1 is 2 things. 1, you want to find warm clothing. And 2, you want to find some weapons. That's my parents. But you want to find some weapons, and you want to find some clothes. Oh, this guy's already down here looking for stuff, so let's find out. Let's go right down in this tunnel area. And I'm starting to go down here. I gotta find someplace warm or I'm gonna freeze to death. You can see that corner up in there in the corner. You can see the freezing temperature dropping. Here we go, fabrics, here we go. There we go. Let's go in here. Gotta stay warm for a second. I got shirt, and some clothes. And you can find these anywhere in the city. You can find them in the streets, you can find them in buildings, you can go in the subways. But as long as you find clothes, you can actually make your way around relatively easy. Right now I'm going in to find some more stuff. And it doesn't look like there's much here, so I'll have to keep searching elsewhere. It's moments like this you wish you kind of live in the library, you know what I mean? So here we go, we're getting warm now.
Drop in core temperature detected.
What do we got here? Tools. So right now we're already making some good progress, but we still haven't really found any clothes yet. We need to find clothes. Oh, and we got weapon parts. Yay. This is good because you're going to need a weapon. And something with a lot better punch than just your stupid rifle. So, right down. Alright, these guys know we're here, so we're going to take refuge in this building, the electronics store. Alright. And enemies will drop you stuff too. They'll drop you clothes, they'll drop you weapons, they'll drop you gear pieces, whatever. But it all depends on how and where you kill them and how close you are. Basically, the most important thing is the closer you get to the dark zone, the more better your crafting chances are. So you already see in the lower left corner, you can see people are already dropping like flies out there. They're either freezing to death or they're being killed by NPCs.
Core body temperature drop.
Which is not a bad thing because it just improves my odds chance of survival. So right now I'm going to take a painkiller because I've already lost a good sum of time looking for supplies. So I need to sort of capitalize on this and try to get some kind of improvements here to be made. Now when you drink fluids, water or soda particularly, it improves your senses, enabling you to... Now see, I would have missed this. Basically your senses will dull the more you play. So you have to drink water regularly in order to keep your senses sharp. Somebody already died. Man, these guys are dropping like flies. This is probably going to be a good game for me. Alright, you gotta get close now because we got snipers up there. So we're gonna go upstairs and get these little... There you are, hello! There we go. Alright. So we pretty much cleared the area of targets. So now we're going to take the chance to look over the stuff we picked up. So we got some better gloves, so we're going to take those. We got some specialized holster, which is good. So now that we've got them pretty much squared away... Oh, wait, there's a bomb. Luckily we got away from that. We got electronics here, and we got a gear here. And we're gonna pretty much scavenge for supplies. Now basically, what you want to do is you really want to try to find as much as you can. I mean, in the early stages of the game, the most important thing to find is clothes, because the cold will kill you quicker than any enemy. So try to find yourself supplies in terms of, you know, clothing and weapon. And then everything else just kind of follows suit as you go through. Because ultimately, you're going to come across a lot of stuff that you're going to need, and a lot of stuff that you're probably going to be glad you came across, because ultimately, the grind for finding supplies is just far too tenacious. And I want to draw attention to a subject I discussed before, and that was that in PvP, the contest of player versus player is significantly improved in a mild degree. And when I say that, I mean that players will be happily able to kill you in the face of trying to get something that you're carrying, which can usually relate to clothes, guns, upgrades, stuff that you would potentially be looking for. But in PvE, it's a bit different. Players don't kill you, they can't kill you, and you can't kill them. But here's the thing that's a kicker. they don't exactly allow you to capture multiple suppliers. So you're basically not really competing against each other, but you are competing for supplies. There you go. So basically, it's a case of first come, first serve. And usually when you have a situation like that, it's going to be very, very hectic, because you're going to be trying to get before they get there. So chances are there's probably going to be places I would have went to that are going to be gone. You know, supplies are going to be raided, things are going to be missing, and the same can be said for other situations. And the same goes for when you kill enemies. Players can easily swoop right in and snack up your prize before they can, which that can be a bit of a irritating thing, because a lot of times usually people don't have the capacity of understanding that, yeah, we can't be patient. No, not so much. So now we're going to open up this door and head out to the street. But first we found something else here, so we're going to take all this stuff away. Put that out, and we'll get rid of this. We don't need this. Stamina's a little low, so... Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to head outside, if we can get this door to... Well, it doesn't look like it looks like it glitched, so we're going to have to go out the long way. But it's probably a good thing because we have enemies out there waiting for us, so... We're going to go right, and go right out here. Supply. I didn't miss this. Oh, it's just a frag grenade. Oh, it was a frag grenade. I don't know what I picked up, but whatever. Fuck it. Alright, so we grabbed that. Now we're basically just gonna run around over here and gather whatever stuff we saw earlier on the outside.
Warning. Immune response detected. Infection imminent.
Oh!
Hey, you ain't got it.
I've really got to get myself a decent weapon. Got some pants, so now I got these a little bit warmer. Not totally, but it's a start. So right now we're kind of out here, so we're going to need to get warm. So you're going to want to use one of these drums to light a fire so you can get warm too. And then you can, once you're warm enough, you can continue on. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep searching for supplies. Finding a lot of tools. And with tools, you can make upgrades like masks. You're going to need to craft a mask to get into the Dark Zone, because the Dark Zone is a contaminated area. So it's very, very dangerously infectious. You can't exactly enter it without one. And the same goes for advanced filters. You make an advanced filter, you can enter really contaminated areas out here, which also have loot. But if you try to enter a contaminated area without an advanced filter, you will die, because you will slowly but surely become sick, and then at the drop of a hat, you'll be a dead man. You'll just drop dead right where you're at. So, really important. Before you even think about going into a contaminated area, craft your advanced filter. You're going to be happy you did, and best part is you'll get a huge payout for it, because there's lots of gear in a contaminated area, as much as any landmark. So right now, we're basically, how close are we? We're not really close at all, so we're going to have to really leg it to that safe house, because keep getting sidetracked with supplies and forgetting all about my weapon demand, because I definitely do need a weapon. This pistol will only get me so far. So right now we're trying to find a way there. And I got an exit. Okay, here we go. An alley entry over here. Eat some food and drink some water. Since we found those boots, you can see that our temperature, we're not freezing nearly as fast now, because we got those really good winter boots. And the same can be said for when you find more and you know, the greater the temperature it gives you, the better your chances of staying out here are. So your temperature, you won't start freezing to death nearly as fast. The warmer the clothing you wear, the more your freeze meter is less likely to empty. Right over here we got more tools. And it's a good thing I'm finding all these, because I can actually make my virus filter probably right around the same time when I make my weapon. And there's clothes here. We got a watch cap, so we got a hat now. That'll help us stay a little warmer. All we need is a jacket and a scarf. We got a grenade. And what's up there? And this is the thing, you gotta really pay attention, because you're gonna spot stuff that's gonna be, you're gonna probably just run right past and you wouldn't even know it was there, and it might be something important. It might be a really good weapon or an important piece of gear, you know, it's really important. We got more stuff in here. Electronic parts, so I'll take those. Alright, now we're outside our safe house, so let's start crafting. So what I'm going to make here, first and foremost, I'm going to make a base filter and a weapon. And if I got enough left over, I will make a advanced virus filter. I'm going to use some medicine, because I'm starting to get forgetful about my infection. Now medicine will stop it for 5 minutes, and painkillers will stop it for maybe 60 seconds. But as you use them more often, the degradation of them will start to wear down, and they won't be nearly as effective anymore. So you want to use them sparingly, only in times when you really need to use them, or when you think you really got time to, you know, save. Some people like to save them for the Dark Zone. I don't, because I like to spend a lot of my remaining time on the Dark Zone looking for kit. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a pulse, so we can find these guys through the snowstorm. Oh damn! And I stupid me. I didn't even think about that. I upgraded all my parts to advanced, specialized, so now I can't make my weapon. But I did make an advanced filter, a virus filter, and an additional medicine pouch. So maybe we'll get lucky and find a weapon on the street. I'm pretty sure we will. We'll see what happens. So, take this door and head back out onto the street. Oh, we got tools already coming out to greet us. Now, seeing as how we made our advanced filter, we got some stuff up here too. What's that? Tools again? Nope. It's boots, but they're not good, so we won't take them, because they're not going to keep us warm. But we do have an advanced filter now, so now we can actually go about finding a contaminated area and see about raiding it. But it doesn't look like there's any close by. So we're going to have to keep heading eastward, which is where we're going. And I say this again, when you get closer to the Dark Zone, you're going to have more and more better stuff come your way. So better weapons will start dropping, enemies will start dropping more blue gear, and purple gear eventually as well. So you can start collecting craft now, or you can just pick it up as you go. Me, I just pretty much go as I go, and hopefully I get lucky enough to find something along the way. Oh, we got a weapon! There we go! We didn't need to worry about it. And we got a PP-19. So now we got a weapon to back us up in the fight. And I love the PP-19. I think it's a very great weapon. Very dependable. So we'll open this door and make sure it's clear. Do a pulse. And we've got targets on the right, and we got targets down here on the left. So what I will do is, instead of fucking with those guys... Well, actually, no, I could go and get these guys, because I don't want to mess with no purple yet, because I'm still got green gear. I don't have any specialized gear yet, so I'm going to be kind of vulnerable. He dropped me a weapon part. Oh, his buddies are coming. And you... Oh, is that a purple? Now, the key thing here is use the cover of the snowstorm to your advantage. That's the most important thing. You're outnumbered, you're very vulnerable. You're going to be at a huge disadvantage, so use the cover of the snowstorm. Try to break their line of sight and get them on their flanks. So right now I'm going to lose him in the snowstorm, and I'm going to try to lure him in to find me, and then when he's done doing that, I'm going to come up on him and I'm going to nail him. See, he doesn't know where I am. I'm being patient here.
Hey, must be my birthday.
There we go. Easy defeat. And if you really want to, and if you're in a pinch, that's usually the best way to play. Because especially cases when you're like really outnumbered or heavily underarmed, you want the protection of the element of surprise. And if you can't fight them, just leave them. Get out of there. It's not worth risking the entire duration of your game on one enemy that potentially might very well ruin your entire plan outright. So right now we have got pretty good start. We're getting closer eastward to the dark zone, which pretty soon I'm pretty sure our here we go, we got a gear piece here. Another backpack, which we already have a backpack. Well, let's see what this one can do for us. Nothing. I don't want to try to lose any more electronics, because the second I start getting better skills, I'll want that extra oomph of the skill power to make those skills work. So right now I'm just looking around, and we got Rikers now. Well, we got somebody. It looks like there was a boss. I just saw my pulse down there. I'm curious to go get him. And it was an elite boss, but I don't know. I don't think I really want to push that, because I'm not really strong enough to take on a boss yet, especially an elite enemy, nevertheless, so I think we'll just leave him be. We've got to find more gear. Alright, so we got tools, so that's good. That's a start. Just keep heading east towards the dark zone. And we got gear up here. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. Beautiful. And it's a chest piece, so now we're getting specialized gear. The closer we get, we're going to start getting more and more gear like that, and then the closer we even get than that, it'll be purples. Superior gear. Go and eat some food. Now, when you're hurt, eating food will start to make your health go up, as you can see there. And that will be helpful in cases when you don't have any health, but you need to get better. So we got more tools there. We're not really finding anything good, and this is a pretty ugly area to search for stuff. Oh, I gotta get warm. I gotta get warm. I'm gonna start freezing to death here. Oh good, there's a police station. Good. Head inside the police station, we'll get warm here. Almost got killed by a bomb. So, come on, this fucking game's already glitching. Ugh. We got a gear piece in there. which is not really that good. A lot of these things aren't, but whatever. Deconstruct them, we'll use them for parts. I'll take another medicine injection, stop my infection. Yeah, because I'm starting to forget that, and you don't want to forget that medicine. It's really important you remember to do that. Slow that infection down, because your clock is critical. You'll want that clock on your side. Alright, I don't need the medikit. But I will take that gear piece in here. All these civilians are dead, so they won't be needing it. Looks like these guys are outside to greet me. I'm not going that way, so I will take these electronics though. And what else do we have here? Oh, we have medicine, and we have another gear piece. Well, we have weapon parts. Okay. Okay. Nice. Alright, so we've gotten everything on the second floor, we've gotten everything on the first floor, so now we're going to head to the basement level. Wait a minute, actually. Okay, I was going to say, I didn't know if that soda machine was working or not. Get something to drink. Alright, and we got another weapon case. And it's a sniper. This is good. I always say if most people like to have a bit of a dynamic as far as what they equip themselves with. Me, I'd say have one long-range weapon, a sniper, an assault rifle, or a light machine gun, and have one short-range weapon, which is pretty much like a shotgun or an SMG. You want one of these, this sort of flow, because in cases where you have a potential of somebody getting up close and personal, you want to get that under control. And we got a freaking superior! Go! I love it. So we're doing good. Now we're getting really good. This is where we start getting the good stuff, is because we're pretty much gotta be like right on top of the dark zone. But that stuff is the good stuff. That's the stuff you want to try to... I try to go into the dark zone with all purples. Purple gear and purple guns. And then I try to run from that with a sensible equip of other setups. But it's, you know, again, it's all entirely subjective. It's entirely up to the player's discretion. So right now we got these guys out here. We got a backpack. Oh, this is too good. This is beautiful. And we got a cache of stashed items. We got a jacket and we got food. Nice. So we must have came out at a great location, because this, I didn't expect to come out to this. This was great. This was perfect. Of course, we got a sniper up there. Trying to think how I can get up there and get her. Oh, we got a truck access over here. We can just climb right up there and get her. But chances are she'll probably drop down knowing that we're coming up there, so we'll see what happens. She doesn't know we're here. And we got her. Nice. We got a better jacket now. And we got some medicine. So already we're on a good status quo for supplies and gear. So we're gonna keep going in. Take some food. Shoot this bomb so it doesn't surprise me with an explosion. And drop down on the other side of this roof. Oh, we got a door here. Oh, it's the police station. So I had an exit right here all the time. I just didn't go out that way. I went out the other way.
Warning. Immune response detected. Infection
Alright,
imminent.
take another pain pill. Slow it down a bit more.
Infection progress halted.
And we're gonna keep on rolling.
Detecting lowering of core body temperature.
Alright, now we're coming into Times Square. And basically here in Times Square, you have... Oh, okay. We got LMB now. These are another faction of enemies. I'm sure you know them. If you don't, if you never played Division, if you played Division, you know them well. They're a pain in the ass. Nobody likes them. I certainly don't. So right now we're just scavenging still for supplies. That's all we are doing, and we're doing pretty good about it too, because we're actually getting a lot of good stuff with minimal opposition. So just keep on rolling. Here we go. Alright, so now what we're gonna... Oh, we got another weapon. Wow. Sawn-off shotgun. I'll take that over a pistol any day. Now, even though you deconstruct the pistol, you don't get anything out of it, which that sucks. But, you know, hey, beggars can't be choosers, so... Got some more supplies over here, some tools, so I'm gonna get these. We don't really have much else going for us except for these enemies in front of us, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a little shot at them, get as many shots in as we can. Try to lure them away from you. Do not let them surround you. If they surround you, you're screwed. See, now they don't know where I am. Take medicine again. Headshot. I didn't get a headshot that time, but I definitely got a piece of gear for it. Beautiful. Now we got a mask. So already we're doing really good. We're not fucking up. We're not hurting for health. We're not hurting for ammo. But we're making great headway in terms of productivity. Alright, so we got a ladder going up here, and I think this is going to take us to some more gear. Well, maybe some clothes. No clothes, but whatever. Electronics. Scoozy. Alright, we got more supplies here. This is good. So we're getting really good here. We're getting some juicy stuff. Lots of juicy stuff. Clothes up the wazoo. A shit coat. We don't need that. That's garbage. Good hat. We'll take that. That hat will keep us very warm. And a good jacket. We'll take that too. we're doing pretty good here. I don't think we'll be hurting much further in terms of clothing. I think we'll be warm as can be. So right now, I think we're in good state. The medikit and some medicine. But we're still doing good, so we won't knock it quite yet. But here we are at a checkpoint. How beautiful is that? We are at a checkpoint, and now we can start making some. We can start making some different skills because we need some new skills. Looks like some sort of a theater. So we will start making some electronic skills. Now, I'm not going to make these high-end just yet. I want to make some new skills with just default specialized. So what we're going to make first and foremost is we're going to make a first aid. And we're going to make a sticky. Well, no. We're going to make a turret. That's what we'll make. We'll make Dan, this is decision time. You got to really decide. Your biggest acronym is what you're going to have your playstyle be. I'm going to probably go with a Seeker Mine for right now. And the only reason I go for that is because of the fact that I feel a great deal of appeal with a Seeker Mine as opposed to anything else. I just find it to be much more helpful, especially if you're being, pressured by enemies. It can actually chase them away. If they're in their efforts to flee, they'll run away from it, and they'll run away from you. So I'm not going to make anything else until we get to the Dark Zone. It's going to be strictly blues. So now that I got that stuff, I'm going to switch my pulse, because we don't really need that anymore, because we pretty much are strong enough to hold our own. But we're going to have the first aid for an emergency heal so I can get away, and the Seeker Mine to sort of chase enemies away or get a good angle on them so I can kill them. And since we used the medikit to make that first aid, we'll actually pick this one up along the way. Now there is the Dark Zone. That is where we are going, but we're not going to go there quite just yet, because we're going to get some more supplies. And right now, we're in a good location to get make good on those supplies. We got a few good locations here in and around the area to scavenge. This looks like some sort of a bank. Trying to be careful. I hear that bomb beeping and I don't know where it is. Alright, there it is, right there. It's not even a bomb, it's a shock thing. Oh, hello. That was fast. And we got a scarf. So just adds a little more to our warmth. There's another one right here. Okay. Some more weapon parts here. And of course right here is one of our safe houses we could go in at one point, but not now. But there is a gear piece here. And the other thing that I want to stress to people is if you've played Division, and you're looking for good gear, and you're looking for stuff, go to places that are familiar. Check out that apartment complex that's down by the... Check out that really nice apartment that's down when you were going out looking for Fei Lao's sister. Go to that place that's across the way from the hospital. You know, at Madison Square Garden. you will find supplies in the most unlikely of places. Some places that you would actually walked right by, or even have been, and never even thought about it. Because a lot of times in survival, they will put pieces of gear and weapons and crucial supplies for survival. They'll put them right in these places. Places that players won't even attempt to revisit. So really, really make that work for you. Get that thing on your side and everything else will take care of itself. That was close. Alright, I don't know where these guys are, but they don't know where I am either, so I'm gonna fall back a little bit. And there's one of the little fuckers right there. I'm going to change out to my pulse real quick because I don't know where this guy is. There he is. So we'll eat some food. We'll keep it up here. We gotta get more purple gear because that's examples like why I like to go into a fight with purple gear, because ultimately you're just way too vulnerable out here and my skill power is way too low, so... Custom M870. That's a good gun to have, so I'll take that and I'll drop my PP19 and put that in its place. So I've got a really good close range weapon. Now I need to find a really good long range weapon. And right now we're pretty much on the western tier of the dark zone, so we're just gonna scavenge up and down this entire area for the stuff we need. And then I can actually proceed further south if I want. Actually, we can't go any further north in this direction, so we're going to have to go south. So we'll head south.
Attention. All JCF facilities are closed for the next 24 hours.
Get this medikit, since I used one in that fight. Another frag grenade. Now, in lieu of the fact I'm going to stick with my pulse right now, only because in lieu of the fact that my electronics isn't nearly as good and my heal isn't nearly as helpful, I'm going to probably want to keep my pulse to keep an eye out for any other possible surprise visits from enemies. So I'll keep that handy in case any others show up. I'll keep pulsing, making sure there's nobody in there. There's one. Whatever, and they're veterans.
Let's do this. I'm going
Alright, boots are no good to me. And the hat is no good to me, so we're just pretty much not going to get anything out of that deal. But I think we're coming up on a landmark, so now we got to be really careful, because these guys will be very, very hairy for a fight. Matter of fact, I'll pulse right now, because I think I'm really close to one, and sure as can be, there he is. And his bosses are going to be close by as well. So what we'll do is we'll try to do the same thing from pitch. We'll lure them down to me. Again, don't be afraid to run away from a fight if you're outnumbered, because you're going to be really, really kind of pressed to find cover. And these guys are not going to stop. And there's our elite enemy, but I got a really good elite, like, machine gun.
Just give it up already.
Gotcha! Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. I got a lot of stuff on that. So right now I'm just gonna sort of differentiate what's more permanent. This is trash, so I'm not gonna keep that. But I am gonna keep those other pieces, and I'm gonna make my way further south and collect all the stuff those guys drop for me. We got clothes, we've got gear, and I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be some crafting materials as well, so none of these clothes are looking like they're of any benefit, so...
Alert. Infection pathways halted.
Got a shotgun. And he dropped me a mask. So we pretty much have gotten all that we're going to get there. I'm gonna have some soda. And there we go. We got a better holster. Well, I don't know if it's better. Let's take a look, because I don't think it is better. It's a little better, but I like my other holster more, so I'm gonna put that back on. We'll just deconstruct that thing for parts. We got a Mac, we got a shotgun, and we got some other stuff from this. Alright, so far there's nothing here over on this end, so we're just going to keep further. There's a few more pieces in and around landmarks. You'll find a lot of things, and basically what a landmark is pretty much one of these big old fist things. When it's purple, it's occupied. There are enemies there, and there is loot there, but if it's not purple, then it's either not occupied or it's been cleaned out. Either way, it's just one big sort of nothing. I'm going to kill these guys, because these guys might drop me something good. Not, at least they got me crafting materials. Looks like we got stuff here.
Warning.
Or not. It's just an empty store.
Warning. Infection levels increasing. Alert.
Have some food to get my health up, because I can see I'm kind of low for health. I don't want to waste a first aid kit. Electronics here. Another grenade doodad here. Now, even if you don't get something that you want, or you can't pick it up, don't worry about it. Just leave it behind. If there is another player, he'll probably use it. He'll probably take it when you didn't. So you're kind of helping brothers out in the long run. Now over here I could enter the dark zone, but I'm not going to, not yet anyway, because I don't have all the stuff I want. I want to go in there with purples, at least. So, over here we have nothing, so we're just going to keep heading south. And this is usually this is the sweet spot. Being this close to the dark zone, this is where you want to be for finding good gear. I got medikit still, so that's no big deal. I'm not worried about that. I'm still looking for good gear. Purples. Lots of purples. And the good thing about purples is even if you don't have the ones that you want, you can always deconstruct them for parts. And those parts you can apply to your later builds in terms of when you're making high-end weaponry and high-end equipment. Because, you know, you're gonna want that. Some people don't really go about that, and I don't understand why. You know, I never really understood that. You can try to get through this with a rush of being aggressive and not crafting and not making all these things, but it just feels so dangerous. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's an appeal to people who like to gamble, but I'm not the type of person who gambles on that. I never understood that. Maybe I never will, but semantics. Now here we are coming up on the checkpoint just south of Times Square, and here is a really good place to get some good kit. But it looks like, oh no, it wasn't rated yet, thank God. But you can find lots of good stuff here. You can find chess pieces, you can find guns, even going down to the subway. Down here there's some stuff. And these are some of the ritzy places I'd like to go and get some good gear. But I'm not going to mess around with that. While that's cooling off, I'll destroy this other stuff I got that I don't need. And with that, we got a lot of good parts. Now, the common rule with me is I like to go into the dark zone at the very least, whether I'm prepared or not. I like to go into the dark zone at the 30-minute mark. And basically by that time, you know, you have ample time to scavenge for whatever supplies you need, and even more time to sort of go about and tackle landmarks and get what we call survival caches. And these are very rewarding in the face of the fact that you're getting a lot more payout for work that you're putting in. So it's a good thing to actually try to go in there with some kind of preparation, because then you get to really get the maximum payout of goods that you could possibly get. That guy's over there taking cover, thanks to my light machine gun. My seeker mine will get him, which they will kill it. Put on some warm pants. And we got a better scarf. And you got more pants. A better pair of pants. There's gonna be 2 enemies over here. There we go. Got him and got him. It looks like we're probably the only ones at this point in the game of this survival game, so we'll just take advantage of it and make the most of it. I got me a nice pair of gloves, so I'm slowly but surely inching my way there in terms of productivity. Up here we're gonna find a weapon. I'm hoping for a marksman rifle at this point. I got a black marker RPK. Not a bad weapon. It has its perks, but it doesn't really have anything that my military M60 can't do, so we're going to lose that and break it down for parts. But over here, we're going to have more clothing, probably. Yep, and it's trash, so we're not going to take that. And we got a good piece of gear here, which is not really good. Jesus, that's twice I've been wrong. I'm fucking so embarrassed right now. So, we'll just keep on grinding. We got time. We got plenty of time. The whole world of time. So, right now we got fabrics right there, which we're going to wait for this thing to cool off. But first what we're going to do is we're going to look over here, because usually there's a piece of gear over here, but apparently it doesn't look. It looks like I'm wrong for the 3rd time. You know, I'm just ready to give up. I'm ready to give up. To be wrong once is okay, twice, okay, it's a little questionable, 3 times, not so much, so, anyway, we'll keep going. Up here, you're gonna find a weapon cache and a gear cache. Hopefully, we get a marksman rifle and it's a burst fire MP5. I don't know why I'm still trying. Why am I still trying to guess these things right? Well, at least we got a vest. Thank God for that. Thank goodness for small favors. So what we got pretty much so far is working out very, very well so far. And we could probably take it even further. And probably will. We've got time, so we probably could. But we will go about getting... see where we're at here. We're still in the northern tier of the dark, close to the dark zone. So what we'll do is we will make our insertion. We'll go a little bit further south. We'll go a little bit further south. And we'll see about getting a little bit more in terms of crafting supplies or stuff that we could possibly use for crafting supplies, because there's still plenty of enemies out here and we still got plenty of time. And then once we clear out a little bit more, we'll make our insertion. Matter of fact, you know what? I think we'll just get a little closer to the dark zone, then we'll just get as many as we can, and then we'll make our insertion right then and there. Some weapon parts here. It looks like there's some sort of an open-ended garage here, but it doesn't look like we can gain entry. So right now we're just looking for... we're looking for targets. We got a gear piece. Here we go. A piece of trash, specialized gloves. No threats found. So this is where we will make our entry, right here. So I'm going to put a marker here at this spot, and this is where we're going to come in. And the best part is it's going to be right close to a safe room, so it's going to be the perfect location for us to make our insertion. There's no targets here. But we're really close to some trucks. And when you see these trucks, that's usually a good indicator that there are cleaners nearby. And cleaners are the enemies with the flamethrowers. Very dangerous up close, so keep your distance. Only in an emergency should you actually try to take one on. Especially if you got really bad gear. Alright, so I'm not really seeing these things so easily, so it's probably an indicator that I need to drink something. So we'll just keep going. We'll go a little bit further down here, and then if we don't see anything coming up, we'll double back and we'll get into the dark zone. Alright, I'm not seeing anything yet. Well, we got some stuff here, so we'll grab this. And we got another insertion point. We could probably do that. But that takes us just a little too close past our safe point, so we'll probably double back and go back north where we were. But let's see what we can find out in these parts first. We got weapon parts, so that's something. Water. And we're at 37 minutes, so we're probably gonna go back now. Looks like somebody's still in the dark zone. Somebody's still in the game.
Detecting lowering of core body temperature. Threat of hypothermia increased.
So right now, oh, we got elite enemies. This should be interesting. So that was actually pretty good. I actually like that. That was worth it. That was actually worth coming all the way down here. And we got cleaners here too. All right. I like to go for electronics a little bit, and the only reason why I like to go for electronics is because it gives me a bit of an edge in terms of that, so with my skills. So I'm going to switch back to my first aid now, and I think this will actually work a lot better now that I've got that really stronger electronic piece of the backpack. And that's really what it takes. You got to have that real good edge of electronics. You know, some people frown on it, but I don't, because I think if you have a good build of electronics, I think you have a better chance of surviving a firefight. You got to remember, it's a cover-based shooter here, people. You got to use cover. You can't stand off there like you're Johnny Wayne trying to take on the whole army like you once thought, like you Wolverine. You're not Wolverine. You're gonna die. So now that we've got everything we need, we're going to head north back to that location that I have marked. And I know probably I should go in that way, but the only reason why I'm not going to do that is because I want to have a straight shot all the way to the safe house so I can start making stuff. And when I start making stuff, I'm going to make, you know, gear pieces that are going to be, you're going to be happy you have them. I know why people don't go for high-end pieces, but I love always going in with high-end pieces, or at the very least having high-end pieces the minute I go in. So right now we're just making our way back there now. And so far we haven't come across any hostiles, so that's good. Okay, so now that we're here, we're gonna hop this wall and we're gonna get this done. Now, in the beginning of the video, you heard me talking about the hunters. Well, here's the first proof of those said hunters right here. A little axe to the head of this poor homebody. And his hand's been chopped off, as you can see, because I guess he wanted his watch. Hunters are nefarious for that. They love taking the watches. That's their big thing. So they will kill the agents, and then they take their shit, and then that's it. They're dead. But wherever they are in here, and they are hunting. So, and you will encounter them when you go to call for help, call for extraction, and try to get out. They will come running. But we're not going to worry about them right now, because right now we're going to be focused on trying to find ourselves some goods. And when you are extracting stuff, you can get, when you come to the dark zone, you're going to be able to get good loot. You can carry up to six items, 6 caches out of the dark zone with you. You can carry anything from mods, which signifies mod pieces that you can put on your gun, or mods for your equipment. Gear sets, or gear caches, which carries 2 pieces of gear, whatever it may be. Weapon caches carries 2 pieces of weapons, and then survival caches. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Survival caches, which you kill a boss for that, or in a rare occasion, maybe you can kill a hunter and he'll drop one for you. But it's entirely just a random thing. It's a random chance thing of happening, so it's kind of all up there. And to get the goods, you need to get Division Tech, and Division Tech is scattered across the Dark Zone. You just have to find it. So right now we're actually going to head south, see if we can find some Division Tech. I need to eat something because I'm getting hungry. I'm going to take some medicine too.
Alert. Infection progress halted.
There's a medikit, which we don't really need that right now, but we do need to get something. So we're going to go back to that safe room where I was telling you about, which we were at, right across the way there. And we're going to make ourselves some high-end gear, because we're going to need the gear to take on these elite enemies if we're going to get some survival caches from this. And it's not like I don't have time on my side now, because more often than most I come in here and I don't even have the right stuff for me. So now start crafting those high-end pieces. Except, well, I'm going to make one skill, and that's a sticky bomb. A sticky bomb is going to be helpful for taking out those bosses. It'll at least weaken them at least. We don't really have a lot of tools, so we're going to need to make some tools. So we'll make a backpack. We'll make a vest. We'll make a holster. We'll make some knee pads. And we'll basically just destroy all these other pieces that we don't need, and we'll use them for parts to make the other pieces we need, which is just a mask and some gloves. Let's go right back down here and make those other pieces fabrics. So we'll make the gloves first. And we'll make the mask. Alright, we are good. We are champs. Alright. Go back down into your fabrics and make some more, because we're going to make a couple mods. Right now, seeing as where we're at right now, we're kind of hurting for electronics and stamina, so we'll make some stamina mods. We'll make 2 stamina mods, 2 electronics, and then we'll see where we're at with the rest of them when we get our high-end guns, because that's where it's going to really be the deciding thing.
Infection levels increasing.
And we got 30 minutes, so we're still doing great. We're doing fine. Nothing to be worried about. And look at this. This is beautiful. So right now, we're pretty good here. We're pretty good. So right now, we're going to go down here, and we're going to get our first landmark.
Alert. Infection temporarily,
which is going to be right down here. And this is going to be cleaners. Better switch my sticky bomb, though. Got some electronics here. Now, at this point forward in the Dark Zone, you can deconstruct gear and you can get parts, but you can also find just regular high-end pieces. They'll be singular, but you know, for every singular high-end piece, you kind of make out pretty good, because otherwise you'd be dragging ass freaking grinding for really good, you know, otherwise pieces. So fall back and make them come to you. Keep them pinned down, rush in, and bang, bang, done. Alright, first survival cache, church. Whew. So now that we've got that out of the way, we can pretty much scavenge for whatever other stuff these guys may have dropped. Now, I'm not keen on taking weapon caches, but I am going to keep looking for survival caches. So what we're going to do is we're just going to keep on scouring. Here's one of their stashes, which has nothing we want. We just want the water and whatever little mod part that was in there. Here is Division Tech. This is the stuff you need to make your weapon. To make your weapons and to get your flare gun, which you need a flare gun to call for your helicopter to get you out of Dodge. So we're going to keep looking for that Division Tech. We're going to keep using this medicine to buy us time. Here's another weapon part. And now that we have that, we're going to head back to the safe house and we're going to craft our weapons. But you know what? I think, in all fairness, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one more landmark. So, we're going to head north. I'm feeling brave right now. So, and I think that because we have these weapons, we're doing pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're going to just head north. And we're going to get these minimal number of enemies up in these parts. But we're going to head down into the subway system, because that's where our next landmark is. And it's going to be right here. Now these are riders, they are very, very fast, so I will need to be very, very careful, because if I am not careful, they will kill me very quickly. More electronic parts here. Just making sure there's nothing else around that I can grab. Looking for a detour here. And here we go. Basically, we're going to be very careful. See where these guys are. There's a little broad over there. Both of them. Anthony the Ant Anderson. I don't see why a chick has a guy's name. Why is the chick named Anthony? And she's coming to try to flank me. And I'm gonna beat her to it. Reload my machine gun. Make sure you keep something between you and her. She's a gazelle. She runs around firing her gun erratically just like that. That's her style of fighting. My electronics is not nearly very good, so I'm going to have to bolster that a bit. But I did get my survival cache, so that is good. Here's their stash, which I will raid that as well. Oh, cleaner. Hello. Coming down to see what the noise was, I take it, buddy? Take a medicine. And look at that, we're still good. 31 minutes still left in our favor. We're doing great. Making great loads of progress. And this is a good way to play. This is why I like to indulge my time and take the extra effort to just enjoy it. There's no reason to. But I think the other thing is, it probably doesn't go without saying, it's probably a good thing those other guys quit in the early part of the game. So we'll keep going here. And head up.
Exit the contaminated area.
Now we're going pretty much... We're going to go up in this direction, to this safe house. And the reason why I want to choose this safe... Well, actually, wait. Antivirals are over there, so I think we'll go get our antivirals first. There's Division Tech already in there, so might as well. Ah, what the hell was that? Why would you do that? Waste a perfectly good medikit for that. God, that was dumb. I can't believe I made that mistake. So we could call for an extraction, but we don't have a flare gun, so we need to go make a flare gun. There's probably a medikit in here that I can salvage from that, because I didn't want to really use that medikit. That was an accident. Even if it's just one medikit, one medikit can be the make or break deal for you in terms of you're really kind of under the gun against enemies, especially elite enemies. So we'll see if we can find a medikit in this area. And I don't think we're going to, but it still doesn't hurt to try. Oh, is there Division Tech behind one of these statues? I think there is, hopefully. Yep, we got Division Tech here too. This is turning out to be better and better. Division Tech is not very frequent in this part of the game. You will find it often scavenged, and the only way you can usually get it is by the grace of finding a cache of Division Tech, or killing a boss and getting Division Tech. So it's kind of on the fence with availability. But we're here, and of course it's going to be in this one little area which I can't figure out how to get up. Probably have to go across the street. Oh gee, oh gee. Here we go. Here's my rope access. I remember when I was getting caught on this part and I could never figure out for the life of me how to get up there and get those supplies. I could never figure it out. And now here I am on a broadcast and I finally figured it out. I found my way up. Wow. How's that for irony? The one time you want to find it and you find it now. And these are what you were coming here to get in the first place. So now that you have them, it's back to you're back on mission. But now that we got that, we can actually go ahead and craft our goods. And we'll do that by going down here to the safe house we were just passing. And we still have 30 minutes to our favor to find more of this stuff. This is spectacular. So go ahead through the window.
Readings indicate this area is safe.
And over here is the crafting station. Before you start crafting, destroy anything you don't need or don't want. And hopefully we will get some good quality talents for this, because usually high-end guns, while they are productive, you don't really get much in the way of talents for them.
Warning. Infection
So
progressing.
it's kind of one of those things where it's like a kick in the nuts, but ultimately it's, you know, it is what it is. Now, the big question, I'm going to make a black market Sega shotgun for close range, which already has a negative influence on what you've got going. Hey, and a tactical ACR, because I love ACRs. They're my favorite weapon in the game. I don't like LVOACs or lightweight M4s like everyone else does. I appeal to a much more narrower appeal, and plus I've always hated those guns largely because I feel they've alienated the large proprietary of the weapon base. Everybody uses them, it's all anybody uses, and that to me is fucking boring. It's unimaginative, it's not productive, it's not it's just, ugh. You know, it's a lack of appeal. But to each their own. Make a few parts for these weapons. A quick reload magazine for the shotgun. A heavy well, actually, I'm not going to make a heavy, I think I'll make a high velocity mag.
Infection levels increasing.
Because I want that oomph for the weapon. A rugged reflex sight for my ACR. A T2 dot for my shotgun. And a compensator for my ACR, which will add an element of balance to it. So we're going to equip that and destroy these two. Put our little optic on top of there, and our quick reload there, and our ACR. Now we do need trail tools, but since we got excess of the vision gear, we'll make our flare gun,
Required for extraction is now
and we
detected.
will make our laser sight, which we are going to put on the ACR. And already we're at pretty good status quo. But we do need to sort of get some kind of an edge over this with the rest of this, so let's see what we can do here about some of these talents. Grab some electronic mods, I know that much. Oh, wait a minute, what's that? Oh yeah, there we go. Now we need fabric. Alright, so we'll make 2 fabric with Division Tech, and we'll make our mods. We'll go for 2 electronic mods. And already we're feeling it, I'm liking it. So far it's looking pretty good and solid, so I'm happy. And we're going to make a couple performance mods. And here's a support station. Wow. It always does that. I hate it when it does that too. It's such a disappointment. Sorry, so we got... Where are we at? Let's go ahead on down here to the library. Kill us a couple more bosses for some more survival caches. And what's our time? 25 minutes. Plenty of time. We don't need to go that way. We need to go this way. And at this point, you can continue farming for gear and craftings and such like that. You can continue doing that if you so want to. It's not really that present now because you pretty much have everything you need. But if you want to make performance mods to sort of give you just that extra edge, you can do that too. I mean, it's totally up to the player. So you have all the freedom in the world to really make that decision on your own terms. If that's what you sincerely want, hey, go for it. Just be vigilant and be careful when you do. So right now, we're just heading down this direction, and this is a bit of a hairy place to get into a fight, but I'm quite confident. Oh, hello. The player surprised me. And I hope this guy's not following me. Doesn't look like he is. It's good for me. And this guy just cleared out this landmark. Damn it. So, looks like that won't be up for grabs like I hoped it would be. So, I'm gonna have to go about going over here. Right now we're in this landmark area, and this is where a boss enemy group is.
Better check that out.
I don't want to lose this guy, so I want to try to get him before some other player shows up and be's a little troll and takes my prize. And players will do that too. They'll let you do the work, and then they'll swoop right in, and then they'll steal it right out from under you. They'll steal, and they can do that. And that's the sad thing about the whole competitive notion. I understand we will want the same thing, and I can get that. Believe me, I'm totally all for that, but I'm not a snake. And I don't think a player should be a snake either. If that's the case, it sends a very bad message. And by no means do I qualify that as anything but fun. But I digress. Now that we've got everything that we needed in that regression, I kind of used up more medikits than I wanted, so we're going to need to try to see if we can find to salvage those medikits. So we'll do a quick little run through the area, see if we can find anything. If not, then we'll just have to find some other means and make it on our own, which you can craft medical supplies It's by no means a simple task, but it is possible. Well, actually, I'm gonna drink some water and I'm gonna eat some food. My skill power is still not very good. I'm a little disappointed by that because I figured it would have healed me a lot more than that, but can't exactly be beggars. Beggars can't be choosers and all that. We got a fabric. So right now we're pretty much good on that. They've cleared out that landmark. This guy, looks like these guys pretty much had their hands full over there. So what we'll do is we will go... We could go north. I'm deciding right now. I think we'll go up here. We still have plenty of time, 21 minutes, so we can actually make the trip. Matter of fact, I'll go down this alley, because if you remember, I opened up a medical chest down here, and I actually didn't pick it up because I didn't really need it, but now I certainly do think I do need it, so we'll make good on that. So already we're making great progress. We're solid. We're good. I mean, there's very little in the way we can possibly do that would potentially put us in a bad place. So let's go ahead and head in here real quick. Actually, no, we won't. We'll keep going because we're doing pretty good. We don't really need to stop for anything. But I am going to change out the sticky bomb because I don't think this is really delivering on anything erotically pretty good. So we'll just keep going and we're going to head north. Because there's a lot of landmarks north that have not been touched. So we're going to take advantage of that. But chances are the players probably got the same idea, so they're probably heading there too. So we'll see if we can beat them there. Get some of those goods, and then get out of Dodge. I got 3 survival caches, so I gotta hit 3 more landmarks to get the other 3. And as you can see, the sun is starting to come up in the game world. So we're pretty much at a good state where we're actually holding our own. But I'm curious to see how strong my seeker mines are. Where the hell did he come from? Trying to stitch me? David Copperfield disappearing and appearing enemies now? No, 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 no. No, sir. Alright. So here we are. The next locale for our boss enemy. We kill him, we get another survival cache. Probably grab that survival cache before some other player runs in here. Oh, sorry, gotta go, guy. So now that we clear this one out,
Warning. Infection progressing.
we'll go to this one. Let me see where we're at in terms of our collection. 1, 2, we pretty much can get 2 more survival caches, so I'm just going to drop these weapon caches right here. I could take them with me, because I am always looking for weapons, but especially really good weapons with really good talents, but survival caches are the way to go, because ultimately, whatever you can't keep, you can sell and get money for it. And usually, in most cases, you had the lucky chance of getting an exotic piece of gear, which are very rare and incredibly powerful in the right hands. So we're going to cut through here, and looks like there's nobody around, which is good. Oh, wait a minute, somebody's been here. Oh, wait a minute. Alright, 18 minutes. We're doing good, we're doing good, we're doing good. Just keep pressing. Keep pressing. And basically what we'll do is we'll go here. Now it looks like somebody's getting ready to leave. Now if I was to go there and extract with that guy, actually I would probably put everything in jeopardy, because he would be completely bewildered with hunters. His hunters would show up and my hunters would show up, which nobody wants to deal with that nonsense. Alright, last one is right down that direction, which that is where we are going. I get that, and we can get the fuck out of here. Fucking hell. I'm not gonna go after these guys. Actually, I think I'm gonna go after these guys down further in this underground area, underground mall. That's a good location because this cleaners you can take care of at a distance. Rikers, not so much. They're a little too aggressive. I'll take cleaners over Rikers any day. It's our time limit. We got 15 minutes. Put that angled grip on it. One, two, three, four, five, six. 6 survival caches, and we are fucking out of here. That is it. I'll make a quick stop at the nearby safe room. And then we will find our comfort zone. Well, actually, I gotta find my way out first. Alright, I'm right here, so I've gotta find... I gotta get to the ground level, but I don't want to go back that way. I don't want to go that way because there's gonna be more cleaners. I'm not looking for more of a fight, so maybe there's a shortcut I can take here. Yep, there we go. Much better. But there's probably gonna be enemies, so I gotta be quiet. I could kill those enemies too, but I'm not interested in it. Oh, I got a sticky bomb. Okay, I can take that. A pulse. I want something with self-heal. Something with a heal. A turret. A turret. I think I'll probably make a turret next. Might as well. I mean, I've got turret pieces. Can't exactly make a turret that way, so I'll make a turret with high-end materials.
Alert. Infection temporarily stabilized.
Support station. I don't have support station. Turret damage. Well, at least that's a plus. I got something there. First aid ally here. Are you serious? Come, I'm done. I'll take whatever I got and I'll freaking just go. Game's just screwing with you now. When you got a situation like that, that's just screwing with you. Freaking nonsense. And that's where I'm gonna extract down there. So right now we're right out of here. We'll get to our extraction. We will call in a helicopter and then we will get home. I don't want to go that way unless I can slip by them. I don't think I'm going to, so I'm going to have to take a detour. So right now we're doing pretty good here. Cut.
Warning. Infection is approaching lethal levels.
Yes, I know. Lethal levels. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Sun's almost up, storm is passing, but we're gonna die if we don't get out of here, so we're gonna have to hurry. Bye. Sorry guys, I can't stay and play with you. I don't like going to this extraction because early in the day when I was playing this game mode, I actually had a bad. It was like a glitch, and the helicopter never said it showed up, and it never showed up, not once but twice, and it ended up selling my fate because I hung around and I ran my timer out, and I ended up dying. So I'm not going to be using that extraction anymore. Little turret, and we got 10 minutes. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now, as soon as I call this extraction, a hunter will show up, and basically what a hunter is he's a very aggressive, elite-clad of enemy. He's got heavy armor, but he has no armor, but he has heavy armaments, and he uses the same division gear as you, so he's like a division agent, but he is a lot more aggressive. He moves faster, he rolls over obstacles, very mobile, probably about as effective as a player. He's very dangerous up close. He will melee you, and then he will try to hit you with an axe, as these guys are proof of that. They get into a fight with a hunter, and literally he melees you and puts you down. Then he finishes you with an axe to the head, or back, or neck, or whatever. So he's very dangerous up close, but he is beatable if you have a great tenure of awareness. Just don't get within arm's reach of him, because he will kill you. And usually when a hunter shows up, he's usually using anything like a support station, a turret, a sticky bomb, seeker mines, first aid. He also does EMP pulses, which not only do they jam your electronics, but sometimes they can actually blind your tracking ability, and he can sneak around and get you on a flank. And then the other thing is he also he brings with him into a fight. Somebody's leaving. I can hear a helicopter. He comes into the fight with one or two weapons. He comes in with a long-range weapon and a short-range weapons. Often it's usually a light machine gun, assault rifle, or sniper, and other times it's a shotgun and a SMG. So it's kind of random. I'm the last agent remaining, so I'm going to send this extraction. We're going to welcome our friend. He will also try to hack your electronics too. See, as you can see,
Incoming on your location
he starts
now.
when your Steam starts scrambling and acting screwy. That's when he shows up.
Get ready to go. We'll be on the ground stat.
Try to see where he is.
30 seconds to take off. 10 seconds to evac.
There he is, over there.
To base.
High threat target detected.
High threat target detected. So that's our boy.
15 seconds.
We gotta try to get a visual on him. This is a little dangerous being out here. Oh, there you go, Seeker Mines.
30 seconds. Seconds to go.
There's our boy right there. It looks like he's using a sniper rifle. He has 3 medikits, which he can use at any time to heal himself. Looks like he's got a custom M44. That's what he's using. He's using to shoot that, and he's already using up his medikits, so he's all out of medikits now. He's going to have to be real aggressive to get me.
60 seconds to go.
Got him.
We'll be landing fast.
Death by grenade. That was dope. That was dope stuff right there. He's landing now, so now we can get out of here.
We're in the air in 30 seconds.
Woo! That was fun. I had fun with that. This is why I like survival, though, because it really kind of puts you in that element where you have to really kind of be, you have to think. You can't just run in and, you know, boom, 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 and fight. No, you gotta be strategic, you gotta have an honest idea of how you're gonna go about it and where. And the best part about it that I love is that it completely drops you bare bones into the shit. And you gotta, the only way you're gonna really get out of it is if you just have brains. I love the pressures of that. I love that, and I think that's very exciting because it just kind of creates a huge thrill for me. I love that. So, but that was fun. I had a great old time with that. That was so worth it. So, and the best part is I got away with all those survival caches. But you know, and to be fair, to be fair, I think it would have been a lot more different if it had been a different sun, spectrum. Because if you remember from the very start of the match, it was like there was already like 9 people who quit, and then there was a sum of people that just didn't make it. So my chances, and that's the thing, when players are dropping like that, your chances of getting a good rapport for getting ahead go up. So you'll get more gear. You'll find division tech easier. You'll find supplies faster. You won't be struggling to get clothes to stay warm. And it really kind of makes a marker in terms of your ability to sort of play effectively in survival mode. So I think it's great. I think it's a spectacular showing. So hopefully with any time down the road, it'll probably get a little bit better, because I'm definitely probably going to be I love playing this mode, so I'll probably be playing it more often. But be that as it may, thank you very, very much for checking that out. I hope you all enjoyed it and found it very informative and helpful. If you like, you can subscribe and hit the like button on this video and follow all you like. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. If not, then that's understandable. I hope you guys all like it. If you play Division, go ahead and give it a run, because I think it's really fun. If you're not a player of Division, go ahead and go pick up yourself a copy, and survival mode is available for Division for $14.99, as well as or you can just get it free with Season Pass. So it's entirely your prerogative. Division is a great game. I love it. I think it's very, very good. Can't wait for Division 2 to come out, and hopefully it'll be equally just as good, if not better. So that be that. Hope you all had fun. Thanks a bunch, guys. Enjoy. It's been fun. Awesome.